Hey, what's up guys? It's Timothy Shores, and in this video I'll be going over basic array iteration in JavaScript. So who am I? I'm an associate software engineer at Optum. I'm also a part-time software engineer fellow at Formation. Purpose of this channel is to help coding bootcamp students, CS majors, self-taught programmers, and fellow junior developers. So if that describes you, be sure to like and subscribe. If you want to connect, I'll drop a link to my Discord server in the video description below. Sorry guys, this is my first YouTube video. I have no idea what I'm doing, but hopefully this video helps you guys out. Alright, let's get started. Alright guys, so what we're going to be starting on is the practice problem. So yeah, let's get started with a basic array iteration. So yeah, it's going to be working through some arrays, pretty simple stuff. Manipulating arrays, dealing with indices, iterating through them, and then kind of variations on iteration. So I'm going to go ahead and print out every value in an array, print out every other value, print out every other value, skipping the first one, and then add a second parameter k. It'll print out every kth value, starting with the first, and then basically we'll go ahead and reverse them and do the same thing. Yeah, every element starting with the last, and then every other element starting with the last, every other element except not including the last, then yeah, every kth element. So yeah, this is actually my first day at Formation. As you can see up here, it is after midnight. I am tired, but yeah, hopefully this is helpful to you guys. So the Python programming thing, I think this is just like using built-in functions. So in JavaScript, this would be like a for each or a dot map. We're just gonna do basic for loops, I believe, and then you can't really use an if statement somewhere in here. It says that. Yeah. So yeah, runtime. O(n), we're gonna loop the array, checking every element, and then space-time, it's constant. Yeah, so I guess this is an example, and I think there's like a test suite somewhere in here. This one, this is in Python, looks like. Yeah, just have 0 through 10 in an array, and then we'll go ahead and print them in order. Basically every other, which is the basically evens, odds, the kth element. So I guess this one is 0 through 6, starting by every third element in the array, and then yeah, a reverse from 10 to 0, reverse evens, then reverse odds, and then kth reverse. So yeah, in an interview, this question came up in live coding thing for probably like a junior dev type of role. You know, you probably could definitely ask if you just use a for loop, for each, map, some other just kind of built-in array method, but you know the interview could want to possibly see you know that you kind of just understand basic for loops and basic conditional stuff. So that's basically what the Python stuff's saying. This is estimated to be 45 minutes to an hour. I started this way too late, and yeah, I'll go ahead and start the timer. What else is in here? Read the prompt, read through the questions. Should be 45 minutes. Instead of CodePad, I'll be using VS Code. If you guys have questions on how I set this up, my VS Code, I'm more than happy to answer. And if you go over 45 minutes, hoping that I don't, just kind of talking through it too much. Yeah, yeah, so there's some example test cases, and yeah, I can make sure everything works before submitting. Alright, cool. I need approach. Alright, cool. Yeah, do some basic for loops. Alright, so I'll go ahead and get started. And by the way, this will be, go ahead and drop a link to this in my GitHub. So after this, I'll link it up in here. But yeah, it'll be in this repo, Timothy Shores /formation, and under this arrays directory. Alright, let's get started. So we'll just do, what are you going to name this thing? basic iteration. Yeah, basic iteration.js. All right, I think I have the tests. Go ahead and just kind of refactor this really quick from this is in Python, I believe. Then I'm also doing I think it's Command D, I believe. So if you select something in VS Code, Command D, you get the multiple cursors. If it's the same thing, we don't need these print statements. And then in Python, I believe these like hash pounds are basically comments. And then we'll do console.log. I'll go ahead and show you guys why I console.log. Can I just do this? Yeah, go ahead and select this, Command D, bam, and then I just gotta update my parentheses. More Command D, and there we go. These are our test cases. All right, so that looks good. I have that, by the way, yeah, when I save, it'll auto format. What extension is that called? And I'll be using Quokka as well for. I'll have to look after that. Yeah. So let's go ahead. Just kind of grab these. I'll throw them up here. What else do we got? And then these reverse ones. Yeah, that looks good. And then we have to grab the function names just to match the test cases. Function names. Then these double slashes are just comments in JavaScript. If you do Shift Command and then the arrow, you can go ahead and select the entire line. I'll just cut that. Command X. I have my keyboard mapped kind of weird, but I believe it's just, yeah, basic copy paste. Instead of the function keyword, I just kind of like const a little bit more. And then we'll go ahead and do some more Command D. And then closing parentheses. Need to mess that up. All right, cool. So print out every array. Let's do, we can do a for of loop. Later on, I'll just kind of write the regular. Actually, I think I don't even need the console logs in here because I can console log in each of the in the functions. I'll call console log, and that will then make these other ones unnecessary. And yeah, this video is also in real time. One of the things that I really disliked about a lot of kind of channels is the videos so polished. They have all the code basically. Like, I mean, maybe there's a couple of developers here on YouTube who just are really insane, but yeah, I kind of just want to show my process in real time, just that way. Even though, yeah, I am working professional dev, almost 2.5 years of experience, working in a subsidiary Fortune 5 company. Um, yeah, I just want to kind of show, what it's like. So for, we'll do element of array, just console.log element. All right. Oh, I should have totally maybe added these later. It's all good. I can just do this down here. We'll call this function. So that way I don't have to scroll back and forth every single time, making you guys dizzy. I can kind of just move this around, just so that way it's on one simple thing. Yeah, this extension Quokka right here, Quokka. I'm going to be using this. You can maybe see it in here. Yeah, as you can see, it's kind of console logging in the actual in VS Code rather than kind of like pulling up the terminal, running node, and calling the file. It makes it really easy for kind of, simple applications like this. And I realized I totally forgot to start the timer. It's cheating. All right. Anyways, so you'll see it right here. Quokka, start file. This will probably error. So let me drop this back down here. And I'll comment these out for now. Also, my arrow was off. That one's the arrow. This one's the equal sign. Print every other value. And oh yeah, I totally did that on all these. I'll go ahead and fix those. And then over here, you need the arrow. That should, oh, another arrow. All right, there we go. This is what I was showing you guys about Quokka. As you can see, so we have test data. It's just simply numbers 0 through 10, all integers, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And yeah, this for of loop. Just go ahead, yeah. Actually, since test data, we could probably use this for every. I think it's calling. Oh no, it's because it's I think it's invoking. Where's every value? Oh, it's right here. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna put this at the top. That way, yeah, because test data, we'll basically use this in every single, all these other following kind of problems, iterations, and I think that looks pretty. And also too, if I comment this out, you'll see in Quokka, it disappears. So yeah, I don't know, looks pretty good so far. I'm just gonna put the test cases under each of the, under each basically implementation. But yeah, so so element is just, this could be anything, num, n, I guess. I kind of like element, I don't know, but yeah, I just want to mention that for the for of loop. Then yeah, I'll go ahead and print that. I'm kind of OCD about that. Oh, it's so much prettier now. Alright, so now that the first one's done, go ahead, make this one small, and print every other value. So in this one, we'll just do a for, just a normal for loop. We'll let I equal 0 while I is less than array.length, meaning that, so let's see if I can explain this easily. So basically it'll start right here, and then we'll keep iterating all the way until we're at the very last element, because array length is at 11 elements. This will be the index 10. Yeah, so it's like less than 11, which is 10, and it'll stop. Alright, just want to explain that, and then every other value. Let me go check what that meant. So it looks like every other value includes the first element, the element 0. And down here, every other value, yeah, 0, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Right, so, and then, so if you wanted to print out every element, we just do I++. We'll do I plus 2. I think that works. And then we'll just console.log our array, and then at index I. So let's go ahead and call that function. After it's declared, we'll go ahead and call it. I should have fixed those. I'll go ahead and actually fix it right now. All those other ones. There's Alright, and hopefully this works. Print every other value. What happened? I don't even know. Does it not like the I+2? I'll just do I++, just see what happens. If it likes that. Okay. Can we do I plus equals 2? Plus equals 2. There we go. Alright. Not plus 2, plus equals 2. It's an accumulator. If you haven't seen these, not the reduce function, but plus equals. Okay, it's called addition assignment, but basically, so rather than doing where a plus equals 3, so basically what instead of I'll just do another console log here. Let num equals 1. I could do you know, num, let's just say num plus 1, right? And then over here we get the output of 2 to the right of it. You could just do num, or, oh yeah, I think a better example, so that would be num equals num plus 2. Change this console.log to num over here. Instead of doing num plus equals num plus, we could do remove this num and just do the plus equals. It's the same thing where it returns 3. We do num plus equals 2, or we could just do num plus. So yeah, both ways it returns 3. But yeah, just a little side note. Alright, so prints every other value. Where am I at for time? Let's see. About 9 minutes. Okay, so we're doing pretty good on time. Yeah, and you can see this is my output over here. This is just the original kind of like test data. It's calling the function, and then commented out is what it should return, and we are getting that 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And then you're gonna print out every other value, skipping the first one. I'm just gonna kind of reuse this, and then we'll modify it. And I'll show you. So there we go. When I is equal to 0, back up here, this means that we are starting at the first element. So arrays in JavaScript, I think most languages, it starts off at the 0th index. And let's hide this one. Yeah, and then instead of going incrementing by 1, like which is what the for of loop does, this I plus equals 2, it skips, it increments the index by 2. So we start at 0, go 0 plus 2 is 2, 2 right there, and then yeah, another 2 after this loop completes. From 2 to 4, 4 to 6, and then 6 to 8, and so on. So this I equals 0 is where it's starting at. So in this print, every other value skipping the first one, rather than starting at 0, we're going to start at 1, and we're going to keep, almost always, like, this is going to be less than array.length if you're just looping through a single array. The plus I plus equals 2 should be doing the same thing. Let me grab that test case, and okay, yeah, so we go ahead and call this function with our test data. Test data, right? So, sorry guys, this is 12:30. It's a work day. Yeah, so the expected values are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and as you can see in here, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So that one looks good. So I'll go ahead, collapse this one, collapse, and add a second. Okay, so this next one, we're adding a second parameter k. It'll print out every kth value, starting with a first. Go ahead and grab the test data. Wait, did I already do that one? My bad. Okay, I'm actually just gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna grab the test case and put them under the other each gender function, every other value. I'll comment them all. Okay, this is where we're at. so for let I, we're gonna start at the basically at the first index, and I'll be kind of probably seeing a pattern right here. Well, I is less than array.length. Okay, so I'll show you these two previous examples. We were incrementing by 2 because it says every other value, but in this one, rather than incrementing by every 2, we're going to be incrementing by k, whatever k is passed into the function. So plus equals k. Let's do a console.log. I forgot what this thing is called. There's like built-in snippets. So if I do in my VS Code CLG, then I go ahead and hit the tab button, I get the console.log. Little lazy trick. I think that might be called like ES6 snippets is the extension. I just do a lot of console logging, so I think it's this one. Code snippets. I don't know if it has the CLG one in here. Yes, console.log. So yeah, JavaScript ES6 code snippets for I don't know, not typing out console.log. Let's do a CLG tab. We'll go ahead and array at index I. And what was our test data? So test data is just the regular array. K, which is all the way up here, is equal to 3. That looks good. 0, 3, 6, 9. 3, 6, 9. All right, little John reference right there. But yeah, so if I made 4, let's go ahead and test it and make sure that this is working. I would expect it to be 0, 4, 8. 0, 4, 8, yep, as expected. I made this 5, 0, 5, 10. Where did it go? Yep, 0, 5, 10. So I'll just drop it back to 3, so that way the test cases can match up. Just wanted to make sure you kind of like test your functions always, kind of play around with like the parameters, inputs. That way, yeah, you just make sure that you're getting the expected output. So done with that. All right, so we're about halfway through. We're at 16 minutes, and yeah, so the reverse, rather than going 0, 1, 2, 3, blah, 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 up to 10, we're going to starting at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. It's kind of like launching a rocket ship, except not Elon. But yeah, so again, this will be another for loop for let I equals. So rather than starting at 0, like we have been doing that before, we're going to start at array dot length minus 1. Kind of mentioned this earlier, so actually let's take out the 0 for right now. You can see in this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. There's 10 elements, but because this index right here is 0, rather than this being index 10, it's index 9. So that's where the minus 1 comes from, because we start at the 0th index for arrays. Well, I is greater than 0. I think it's going to be greater than or equal to. I don't know. I'm just going to console log it. It's too late for me to think that much right now. And then instead of doing the plus plus, we can do minus minus. That'll rather than increment, starting like the pointer going from like left to right, having the minus minus will kind of drop. Whoa, I think I was like erasing the tabs. It'll go to the left. So you'll see when it console logs. CLG. There we go. Array at I. So we got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, cool. And yeah, I'm just kind of curious if I did. Yeah, that was right with the equal sign, because we want to include yeah, the 0 in here. And then I just want, oh yeah, the test case right here is from 10 all the way down to 0. Cool. I'll go ahead and just kind of reuse this template that we already have for our counting down from the last all the way down. But rather than doing, so to have every other element kind of similar to, is it the addition? I don't know. Yeah, the addition one. Go ahead and make these small. The plus equals 2, we're just going to do minus equals 2 because we're going to be skipping 2, but we're going down. So minus equals 2. Am I in the right one? Reverse. Yeah, we're done with that. Then y. Oh, duh, look at the terminal. Yeah. Okay. Syntax error. I minus, but I updated it. Are you? Okay, now we get the expected, yeah, the output 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 0, which is, yeah, kind of what we expected from the test case is 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 0. Alright, I'm just going to kind of continue to copy and paste. Hopefully that's not kind of upsetting anyone. I just don't type fast. And then, so reverse every other pair, skipping the last one. So instead of starting at 10, if we wanted to start at 9, this is kind of like where the loop starts at in this first argument. This is where it stops at, and then this is like how much it moves in what direction. So doing array.length minus 1, which is right here, we want it here. So that's basically one index less than array.length minus 1. So array.length minus 2. Starting with last index, skipping the last index. So right here, hopefully we get 97531. 97531. Yep. Alright, so this would be kth. Yeah, we can copy this one. So make sure that one's, yep, good. Yeah, so we keep console log, that's basically all of these. But kind of similar to, and this is a thing for just kind of coding overall, is you want to make as many connections, or just kind of memorize and learning stuff in general. For me, what I found to be the most useful is when you kind of connect different ideas, and then just kind of see the similarities, differences. Yeah, if you look back here, thing that we did for the kth is I plus equals k, and this is incrementing going up. So in order to decrement going down instead of plus, where, yeah, we're moving to the right of the index, we'll do minus equals k, which is from the right moving to the left, from the last index going towards the first index. So instead of minus equals 2, minus equals k, and starting with the last, so skipping the last, we did the minus 2, and yeah, I just want to show you this one where it has the 10 in it versus the 9. The difference is this starting point right here, array.length minus 1. or array.length minus 2. We want the last one, that 10. So we're going with array.length minus 1. And yeah, so test case expects 10, 7, 4, 1. That's, yeah, what we got. And I'll go ahead and change k as well. So rather than, I'm just going to close out as many of these guys as possible. Oh yeah, and this thing doesn't really delete anything. It just kind of like hides it. So when you're working on like actual real production like code bases, there's just a lot of stuff sometimes where you just really only want to focus on a handful of things. Yeah, it's nice. I use clips at work doing some Java code, and yeah, same thing all the time. So yeah, instead of skipping by 3, so instead of 10, 7, 4, 1, so we do like 10 minus 3, which is 7, 7 minus 3 is 4. Let's just change k to 4. So instead of 10 going to 7, we're going to be 10 going to 6, and then 6 going to 2. So that's what we expect. And yeah, from 10 to 6 to 2, you can make this a 5, where, yeah, 10 minus 5 is 5, 5 minus 5 is 0. That's, yeah, exactly what I expect. I'm going to put the k back as we originally found it. Yeah, at the 3, just that way this test case, the comments in this match up to the output. And also in print, yeah, and this also prints every kth. Again, yeah, the comments in here are what are expected. So where are we at for time? Alright, 25 minutes, just came in just under 30 minutes. So yeah, guys, this is my first YouTube video. I've been a software engineer for almost 2.5 years now. Just want to start this channel because, yeah, I was binging on a lot of YouTube content and videos and stuff when I first started out. Had a lot of questions. I had no idea that, yeah, what I was really doing. I just heard there was a thing called coding boot camps. There's a job called web developer, software engineer. It was a good field. Been doing it for 2 years now. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop a comment in this video. I have a Discord server. I don't really even know how to use Discord. I hopefully is in the right the right link. It'll be in the video description. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. All right, have a good one.